freaking go, Rise Warriors. Let's freaking go, baby. Happy freaking Friday. I got to get Instagram set up here. Not set up. We're going to go live. We're dropping the live, baby. I have to be quiet. We have neighbors. What's going on, baby? Happy freaking Friday. Happy freaking Friday, baby. I had to do that intro a little quieter because we got fucking neighbors. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so. And I'm literally right on their wall here. Happy freaking Friday, guys. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal start to your freaking day. I have a virtual event today, and I'm super freaking fired up for it. I've been part of this mentorship program for the last, coming up on a year now. I invested in a mentorship program. What's going on, Chad? Happy freaking Friday, bro. I invested in this mentorship program last year, and it's the reason why I was able to take my business off the ground at the speed that I was able to. And it's been such an amazing support system. You know, there's 1,400 different coaches in this mentorship program. And it's just like, there's no way to fail when you have such support and such accountability. And that's why, like, you know, the guys in my program are so successful because we have built this community of trust and of brotherhood and of accountability. And that's exactly what I'm getting from the mentorship program that I'm putting into my program. So I have this virtual event today where there's over 100 coaches going in person, and I'm going to be attending on the virtual event here in the next 3 or so hours. So I am so freaking excited for that. But before that, I wanted to go live. I know I said I'm going live now at 9 o'clock. I'm a little late to that. Had a late start to the day today, but I wanted to wish you guys a freaking amazing day. And today we're going to talk some inspo, guys. We're going to talk about keep fucking going. You know, we're going to talk about having that mindset of that will and that discipline and that consistency to wake up every day and to step into that mentality of, I don't care how I feel. I don't care what circumstances are put in front of me. I don't care what people are against me. I don't care what certain people have said to me. I am going to wake up with a fierce and determined, tenacious mentality to fucking go out and be a dog today. And we've had a podcast on that. We've had a podcast on, literally, I called it be the dog. And today is going to be a similar message to that. Keep freaking going. Keep fucking going. And I'm going to pin that in the Instagram comments here. So let's see. Gonna wait for some people to join in, and then we're gonna get going. I have a busy morning. I was actually talking to one of my good friends, Jen, Flow with the Flowgram. Forget her Instagram handle. But I was talking to her this morning about, we've been kind of going through this pain experience for the last 5 to 7 years, and thinking about doing some mushrooms. I've never done shrooms. I've never tripped before, but there is a lot of research going on right now around the healing benefits of letting trauma, stress, anxiety, depression, stuff like that go with microdosing shrooms, and even just tripping on shrooms and having a guide. And I never thought I would talk about that before on social media and on my live, but I'm looking into that now. And it's just I've been going through this for 7, going on 8 years now of my young adult life. I'm gonna be 26 next week. And it's just when do you classify when enough is enough? I've been going through this for such a long time, and enough is enough. I'm fucking over it. I'm completely over it. You guys saw me break down a couple weeks ago on live here. That is primarily the reason why I break down like that every once in a while, because every single day I'm held in this pattern. I'm stuck. Okay. And shrooms, psychedelics have healing properties to get you unstuck. And I'm hoping that if I do that a few times with a guide or without a guide, or however I decide to do it in a safe way, that it will allow my nervous system to relax enough to get unstuck and to feel my body in a different perspective, to feel more, get more on the left side and to get unstuck. And I'm, like I said, I'm at the point now to where I don't know what else to do. I've taken almost every route. I've seen different PTs. I've seen different chiropractors. I've had all the scans done in the book. I mean, I've even had a scan done on my brain, and it's just what do you do? So keep fucking going. That is the moral of the story. So guys, I'm gonna do my podcast intro, and I'm gonna get into just some motivation, some inspiration today. And so we're going live in 3, 2, 1. What is going on, champions? Welcome back to another episode on the Relentless Life podcast. It's your boy, Coach Chance. And guys, I'm fired up for today's episode. Happy freaking Friday. I was just talking on the live stream prior to getting here on the podcast about shrooms. I was talking about shrooms and psychedelics. I've never done them. And this has nothing to do with today's episode, today's episode of Keep Fucking Going, but I've never done shrooms. And the reason why I'm considering microdosing shrooms and even hiring a guide to kind of put me through a full trip. And I cannot believe I'm talking about this on live right now. Like, holy shit. But I'm considering this because there is so much research going around psychedelics right now that are allowing people to like let go of their identity and ego with being anxious, with being depressed. And then I've even heard like people who have been in pain for a while physically get out of that pain and get out of that pattern and that position that they've been in. Because what it does, I don't know if anyone watching or listening to this has experience with this. I personally don't. What it does is it kind of allows your central nervous system to just really relax and reboot. And I think that is my main issue. My brain, from so many years of weightlifting and so many years of not just weightlifting, but weightlifting the wrong way, with scoliosis, with TMJ issues, with probably visual issues. I've had multiple low back injuries. I've had right hamstring pulls, right adductor pulls. Like I've had all of these issues, right ankle rolls. Like I've rolled my right ankle 12 different times. My body has created these routes of stability because it was so used to getting hurt and being unstable that these new routes of stability aren't really stable. It's the only neural pathway it could find to find stability. And now it's holding that because for so many years, that's now all I've known. And I've held on to that route of stability. So I'm hoping that if and when I try psychedelics, such as microdosing shrooms, medical shrooms, I can get unstuck. And if anybody listening to this has any experience, I would really appreciate you reaching out to me, letting me know your experience or somebody you know's experience. I'm considering doing this seriously. And like I said, I tried every single route to feel better and to get out of this pattern and get unstuck. But here I am openly admitting that I want to try freaking mushrooms, psychedelic method to re-pattern my brain to get out of this physical pattern in my body to get unstuck. So anyways, guys, now that I opened up with talking about shrooms and I got your attention, I'm going to be talking about why the fuck we need to keep going. Why do we need to stay on this journey? Why do we need to keep pushing forward and keep pushing past failure? We spoke about motivation, discipline, consistency the other day, and I just actually went live in my free fitness community on Facebook about this. And at the end of the day, we cannot find inspiration from anything else other than in our internal self. We cannot find inspiration from our parents, from our aunts and uncles, from distant family members. We can't find inspiration from a teacher or a coworker, our wives or our husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. Inspiration has to come from within. And if we don't find inspiration from within, we're going to fail. Okay, we're going to epically fail. We're going to start from square one again. Okay, we're going to lose all that momentum. And the whole point of that saying, keep fucking going, is to keep your momentum. Once you start something, do not stop. Once you start a journey, do not stop. The way you do not stop and you have that mentality is through discipline. It's through doing the same shit that works every single day. Keep going. Keep doing the damn thing. Keep enlisting in accountability groups. Keep surrounding yourself with positive people that are going to hold you up when you're in a funk. Cut out the negative people. Cut out the toxic drama and the toxic energy that you're choosing to surround yourself with. You don't have to be around toxic friends. You don't have to be around toxic family members. You make that decision to hang out with those people. Nobody is forcing you to do that. Okay, nobody is forcing you. As long as you're of age, nobody is forcing you to be around toxic family members. Nobody is forcing you to go out every Friday and Saturday night with your toxic friends. Like that group of people, they're an anchor. They're not letting you soar. They're not letting you really get to that next level. And it's your fault, and that's your decision to let that happen. So in order to push past failure, in order to push past pain, you've got to be willing to let these people go, okay? And have that mentality to tell yourself every single day, no matter who shows up in my life, no matter what situation shows up or occurs, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter the mood that I'm in, I am going to do everything in my willpower to stay consistent to the plan. You got to have a plan. You got to be prepared. And when you are prepared and when you have a plan and when you have goals and you know the action steps needed to accomplish those goals, you will stay disciplined. You have a morning routine. You stay disciplined. You listen to motivation for 5 minutes. You meditate for 10 minutes. You take a cold shower for 3 minutes. You read, you educate. You do these things. You go out and get some morning sunlight for 5 to 10 minutes when the sun is first rising. You do these things in the morning. You do some breathing. that keep you consistent, put you in the right mindset. And that allows you to have that mentality to keep fucking going. Okay. It's hard, guys. I'm in pain every single day and I still show up. I show up for my clients. I show up for my girlfriend. I show up for my family. I show up for anybody that I need to show up for. Most importantly, I show up for myself, because without having that mutual respect for yourself and actually loving and caring about the person staring back at you in the mirror, without that, you're not going to be able to love anybody around you. You're going to have no love to dispense to the people that you really, truly care about in your life. And, you know, it comes down to this. It comes down to the mentality. It comes down to the mindset. So if you're somebody that just started a fitness journey, or you just started a new job, a new career, or you just got married, congratulations. This is just the beginning, okay? There's going to be years and years and years and years and years of hard work needed to not only gain momentum, but to keep that momentum and to keep pushing and to keep going. And you have to, when you have a goal, first of all, you know, I have all my clients myself make vision boards now. When you have a goal, you see that goal, you visualize it. Okay, this is my goal. Okay, this is my 3-month goal, my 6-month goal, my 12-month goal. What do I need to do to get to those 3 goals? What action steps are needed to pile or to compound on top of each other to get and acquire those things, to get and acquire those goals? And by doing that, you will have that never miss mentality from discipline over time and time and time and time again. There's repetitions. It's just like in the gym. I didn't get to 200 pounds by going to the gym 3 days a week and doing 20 reps on the bench press. No, I went to the gym 6 days a week. I spent 2 to 3 hours in the gym. And I'm not saying you guys have to do this, but to get where I wanted to get, that's what I did. I went 5 to 6 days a week. I spent around 2.5, 3 sometimes hours in the gym. I was fucking crazy. And I put in hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of repetitions every single week. Obviously, not just on the bench press, just in general. But I was putting in rep after rep after rep after rep after rep after rep after rep. And while that's good, obviously for me, it wasn't the good thing because now I'm in pain because of it. I was putting in reps towards the wrong thing. And that's another analogy if you guys want to look at it like that too. You know, if you put in the reps, you can put in reps all day long. But if you're putting in reps towards the wrong thing and that aren't actually getting you closer to your goal, like I wanted to just be healthier. And while I was getting bigger and I felt better and gained more confidence, and many other goals were accomplished through doing thousands of reps in the gym, my goal of actually being healthier, not in pain, was not being accomplished because I was doing reps in the wrong position in the gym, you know, coming down to a biological position. And, you know, you can look at that as your life as well. If you're doing reps towards the wrong thing, if you're doing reps of educating yourself, that's negative drama or negative energy, or, you know, you think you're surrounding yourself with positive people, but really they're trying to drag you down without you knowing it. And you're just hanging around them more and more and more. That's actually going to do the inverse of what you want it to do. So keep that in mind, guys, as you go throughout your weekend. Keep that in mind with who you decide to surround yourself with the situations you decide to put yourself in, with the mood that you wake up with tomorrow, the mood that you wake up with on Sunday. I want you guys to think about that. So guys, with that being said, have a freaking great rest of your Friday. Much love, much respect. I will see you guys on the podcast. If you guys got some value from today's episode, make sure you screenshot on Instagram, on Facebook, and I will talk to you guys soon. Much love, much respect. Peace.